Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are driving on Mandela Highway. We're actually heading towards Montego Bay today. So we're going on the North-South Highway, Highway 2000 North-South leg. And that road was recently renamed the Edward Siaga Highway. So this is Mandela. If we were to take left here, we would go onto Highway 2000 East-West leg, and that leg goes from Kingston to Montego Bay. However, only the Kingston to Mandeville section has been, actually the Kingston to Maypen section is finished, and they recently put out this week actually that the Maypen to Mandeville leg, which is under construction, will be finished in August 2023. It was scheduled to be finished in March 2023, but it's now going to be finished in August 2023. And so that road will take you from Kingston to Montego Bay when it's completely finished. They're actually working on the Montego Bay leg of the highway, which will be the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. That involves building a bypass for a long hill that takes you up into Anchovy. They have started work on that section, and that is where the highway will connect to Montego Bay. So they're approaching that highway from both ends. And they're going to, I don't remember the date, but they're building the highway in sections. I don't remember the date when that section is going to be completed. So once they build that section in Montego Bay that takes you up into Anchovy and I think Mount Pelion, it will then be just to connect the Mandeville leg to the St. Elizabeth leg. And they've already identified that a bypass is going to be built for Spur Tree Hill, and that bypass will be a part of Highway 2000. Okay, so we're now heading on to, we just came off Mandela and we're now heading on to, or heading towards the Caymanos Toll Plaza, which will take us on to Highway 2000 North-South leg. And this leg is known as the Edward Siaga Highway, and the east-west leg that we just spoke about was renamed and it's known as the PJ Patterson Highway. There you can see some construction going on over there. The economy in Jamaica in terms of construction is booming. Almost every road you go on, there is some form of construction, whether it's a commercial building, a residential building. And even the government is doing so much in terms of improving on the infrastructure in the country. Montego Bay, the fire station, has been literally built over. So many fire stations, police stations have been worked on or are in the process of being renovated. Even this week they announced that they're going to be building a tax office in Christiana. So a lot of infrastructure work is going on in Jamaica, a lot of residential buildings going up, and a lot of commercial buildings. So, and a lot of these developments have to do with the highways. Because when you open up the eastern part of Jamaica with the Southern Coastal Highway that goes from Harborview to Portland, you open up that entire eastern part of the island to investment, and so much development is going on that side of the island just because the highway is coming. It's not finished yet. Bits and pieces of it, like sections, are finished that you can drive on so you can see what the highway is going to be like. But that highway is scheduled to be finished in 2025, but the developments have started, and it really is a good thing for Jamaica, what's going on. A lot of potential. If somebody wanted to invest in Jamaica, this is probably the best time to do it. Because so much is being done. And people wouldn't be building these buildings, these apartments, if persons weren't buying them. I'll give you an example of just how booming the economy is in Jamaica right now. The tallest building in Jamaica was built in the 1970s. It was a hotel called the Pegasus Hotel, 17 floors. Everybody knows hotels are the biggest, or tourism is the biggest earner of foreign exchange in Jamaica. So the most of the tallest buildings before this current boom were hotels. Now, by the end of this year, the Rogers Apartments is going to be finished. That's going to be 20 floors, and that will be the tallest building in Jamaica. And it's a residential apartment complex, not a hotel, not a commercial building. And within a year or so of the Rogers being completed, the Ascent is going to be completed, which is 27 floors, also a residential. However, this one is going to be a mix between residential and commercial. And then after the Ascent is finished, a few years later, you're going to have the Vistas at Montego Bay holding the title as the tallest building in Jamaica. Never before has Jamaica seen such economic growth. Never in terms of buildings and infrastructure. And these buildings are going straight up. High-rise buildings. We haven't reached the level of a skyscraper yet, which is 40 floors. So as of now, the building in Montego Bay, I'm not sure if it's gotten approval yet, but it's going to be 28 floors. And it's not one tower, it's 4 towers, 4 buildings at 28 floors each. That is the size of the investment going on in Jamaica. And there were plans, or there was some talk about the persons who actually own the Jamaica Pegasus building a 30-floor building in Jamaica, but I'm not sure if that one has been approved yet or how far that project has reached. So a lot of infrastructure development going on in Jamaica, a lot. We are actually on the highway now, and as we said, we're heading to Montego Bay today. So you're going to see a lot of videos for the North Coast in Jamaica.